Welcome to Matt Chat. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk about and just have a little chat, just you and I, on a topic that I know is a sensitive one, probably going to get me in all kinds of trouble, but I think it's important for us to at least evaluate and think about this topic. I realize I'm not making a 100% statement. I'm not condemning all of it and saying it's all horrible, but I want us to think about when it comes to farmers and government help, and in particular USDA, all right? Because United States Department of Agriculture and the help that they offer and the grants and different programs and things like that. And farmers are always asking, should we get involved in that? Are grants good or bad? And I understand some people have been helped by it. I've been involved with it and worked with it, and there's been some good that's come of it. But farmers, I really want you to think about this and understand, because when it comes to these government organizations, I want you to understand that there's a clear agenda, and that agenda is to promote the government's agenda. It is not to help the local small farmer. It's just not, any more than the FDA is looking out for Americans, and any more than they are approving uh, good foods and good medicine. Matter of fact, they're doing the opposite. They have put their stamp of approval on foods that they have told us are good and safe and wonderful, and they're not killing us immediately, but they're killing us slowly, and they're making us sick. And these are approved by the FDA. We know most of these medications are not good for us, and go against nature and against what the body has, and the government says, oh, it's good, FDA approved. And really what that is that they've been bought off by big pharma, and they serve big pharma, and we think it's okay because a government organization puts their stamp of approval on it, and they don't care about you. They're not interested in your health and your safety any more than the Department of Education is out to do the best for your child and educate your child. Matter of fact, education is down. The Department of Education has taken our educating our kids a completely different direction than most of us Americans would want. And they are not teaching the things that need to be taught. And yet another government organization that claims to be here for us, for the people, but they're not for the people. And the Department of Agriculture has been involved in, just for instance, the food pyramid. They've lied to us about the food pyramid and what's healthy and what we should be eating. And once again, because of an agenda, and they say that these programs are for us. And here's what they really promote: they promote big corporations, they promote big farming, but they don't help regenerative ag for the most part. They're not helping the little local farmer, which is what most of us are. And so I want you to think about that. They don't, if they were helping us, they would be getting rid of red tape, and they would be getting rid of the limitations that hold back farmers from being good producers and selling their meat. But they're not doing that. They're adding red tape. They're adding more rules and hoops, and all of those are accompanied by fees that pad the government's pockets. And so I want you to really think about that, because what they really want is they really want to have control, and they get that by getting you to be dependent upon them. And so a lot of these grants and programs are going to get you, and these subsidies are going to get you to be dependent upon them, and now they've got you. And so I really want you to think about it, because what they want to do is the government wants to keep America unhealthy. Because if they keep you unhealthy, then they can medicate and they can have control. And one of the ways they've got to do that is they've got to keep control of the food system. And when there are local farmers that are raising nutrient-dense meat and good vegetables and good produce, and they're putting that into people's hands and into their homes, the government doesn't want that. They don't like that. So they don't love you. They're not for you. They're not supporting you. They're not helping you. even some of the things that the USDA is teaching about soil and about pasture and about grazing is not all the way accurate, and it's still serving their agenda. And these big companies out there like Cargill and like Pepsi and others that they say, boy, we're all regenerative ag, and boy, we're all on the same team, but we're not. We don't have the same goals. We're not going the same direction. And so I want you to really think about these things when there are opportunities for legislation to make it where it's possible for more small local farmers to live their dream, raise their livestock, to process those animals, and to be able to have their own brand. And you have those legislations shut down by politicians and legislators, and they you don't see USDA coming to bat for them and trying to help out. What I'm saying is this: is it's another government organization, and I really want you to think about and understand they're not really helping you, and they're not really for food freedom, and that's really important. And so, look, some things for you to think about. And just watch closely and ask some questions and evaluate before you take anything from the government. I'm not saying it's all evil, but before you take anything from the government or sign up for anything, you need to ask some very, very important questions, and you need to look for the guy behind the curtain, if you know what I mean, all right? And so if you're interested in some more about this, you have some more questions, make sure you reach out to me. Here's what we're all about: better food, better farms, better future. Look forward to seeing you next time.